guys, it's Kelly here again and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another Sims 4 speedbuilding video. Now this week we are still kind of on a cartoon vibe. I think I'm going to be on more of a cartoon vibe in the next maybe 2 videos because I just have ideas about that. But this week we are creating the We Bear Bears cave. Now last week I created the We Bear Bears Bear Brothers from Cartoon Network's original series We Bear Bears, and this week I decided to give those guys a home and I created their bear cave. Now naturally in Sims 4 it's gonna be a little bit harder to create an actual cave, so I really did my best, and what you see me do right here with the roofs, I am trying to make it seem like a hill because I am going to add some snapshots from the cartoon and some pictures of what I was referencing and what I was going for. And their cave is basically, it's made like a little hobbit house. It has a roof that is basically just grass roof, and it is kind of on a hill. It has lots of rocks and greenery around it, and that was what I was trying to create here with the rocks and the shrubbery that I put on the rooftop. It doesn't look exactly like it does in the TV show, but then again the TV show is a cartoon, so naturally I'm gonna have a little bit of trouble making it exactly the same. But I do think it turned out really cool. I definitely think that the front of the house looks like what we have in the series. So I do hope that I did a good job and you guys enjoy this. Now the show that I am talking about, if you don't know, We Bear Bears is a Cartoon Network original series TV show, and it follows the life of 3 brother bears, Grizzly Bear, Panda Bear, and Ice Bear, who live in this cave and basically humorously try to integrate themselves into the human society. And yeah, they're really adorable. I really love this show. It is one of my favorite cartoons at the moment. It came out first in 2015 if I'm not mistaken, and right now we're on season 3, so at the moment I am watching season 3. And I gotta be honest, I really love cartoons. I live for cartoons. I have been watching cartoons since before I could walk, and thanks to my hours spent on Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon, I have been just motivated and inspired creatively by cartoons. And after that I kind of went into anime and manga, and right now I'm on a TV series phase. But it's just cartoons really made my childhood very colorful, and they got me into painting and drawing. They got me into animation. They got me into 3D modeling even. So I really love cartoons. So right now I don't watch that many cartoons. What I do is I rewatch old cartoons like Ed, Edd n Eddy or the Powerpuff Girls, or just basically old cartoons from the golden age of Cartoon Network. And I honestly had kind of lost hope for Cartoon Network cartoons just because the ones that are currently airing are really not my cup of tea. That is just my personal opinion. I just don't like them that much. But when I heard of We Bear Bears, I was very skeptical at first, but when I watched a few episodes, I found it just so good that I completely, restored my hope for cartoons, because the ones that are currently airing, they're super hyperactive. They are really colorful. They're completely digital. I find them a bit annoying. I feel like I need to be in a certain state that I'm not gonna mention on this channel because it's a family friendly channel, but in a certain state in order to enjoy them or even just watch them. And We Bear Bears is definitely not like that. We Bear Bears is definitely like humor humor. It's definitely modern and current without being just hyperactive and all over the place. And I find it very, very sweet. It has some moral stories. It has really interesting dynamics between the characters. All of the characters are very specifically built. Just the character design is really good, and the art and animation are so beautiful. The scenery, I believe, is completely hand-drawn, and all of the animations are a mix. I think either they're digital or they were a mix for digital and traditional. I'm not completely sure, but the sceneries are 100% hand-drawn, and I really enjoy that. That really brings me back to the old Cartoon Network and just the old cartoons, and when I thought that, you know, when I still accepted cartoons as art, because that's basically what they are. They're just pieces of artwork, and that is why I really, really love this show. It is just really beautiful, and it's definitely interesting, and it's funny, and it's cute, and it's sweet, and I definitely recommend it. So if you haven't seen it yet, I definitely recommend go check it out, and let me know in the comments below if you do like it and if you do enjoy it, because I would love to hear what you guys think of the show, because I kind of feel like I'm recommending it. I mean, I am recommending it, so hopefully somebody will take the recommendation. So we just finished basically doing the outside of the house, and now we moved in on the inside. And on the inside it's just, you know, the walls and the floor are basically dirt, because that is what the cave is. And the bears made it very homey with some curtains, posters, and warm, inviting furniture. And each of them has their own room, except I think Ice Bear, because Ice Bear lives in a fridge. I mean, he sleeps in the fridge because he's a polar bear. They live in a warmer forest somewhere in San Francisco, I believe. And yeah, he needs it to be colder, so that is why he sleeps in the fridge. And Grizzly Bear and Panda Bear have their own rooms. I do believe they have a shack somewhere in the back of the house, or the cave, or somewhere around the cave, but I did not build that because I have no idea where it was and what it was exactly, and I didn't want to go completely you know, into the woods literally. So I just made the cave because I have so many references and pictures to go off of that I am going to be putting on screen here and there, so you can see you know, what I was referencing, and so on and so on. But yeah, their house is kind of emptier. You know, it has just the essentials, but I love how Grizz's room and Panda's room have a very specific characteristics to them. Grizzly is very active. He is more dynamic. He is very into just sports and movement, even though he's kind of lazy at the same time. But that is why I put, because he has dumbbells in his room in the cartoon, that is why I put some fitness equipment in his bedroom. And Panda is more of a geek. He's really into anime and manga, sorry. And I put some posters that reminded me of exactly that, of anime and manga posters into his room and all over his walls. And for Ice Bear, like I said, he sleeps in the fridge, but in one of the episodes it's actually revealed that he has kind of a, I'm gonna call it a secret layer, a tiny secret layer beneath the fridge that I did make it at the end of the video. You will see me creating that with some hidden stairs on one side of the kitchen. That is the only way I could incorporate it, and I do hope you guys enjoy that touch because I feel like it definitely, you know, it was definitely necessary to have his little space in the cave that I built. So yeah, that is basically on the build. I really hope you guys enjoy it. Do comment down below if you've seen the show and if you feel like I did, you know, what you feel like I did with you know, the build, if you feel like I did it justice or anything like that, or if you feel like I missed something. I would love to hear your opinions down in the comments below. Also, give it a thumbs up, guys, if you enjoy. That's how I know that you enjoy my videos. And if you want to see more, definitely subscribe, because if you're new to my channel, welcome. Kind of, you know, in the end of the video, but welcome. So yeah, yeah, I'm basically just doing the rest of the rooms. The rest of the rooms and the bathroom, and then we're going to go into some screenshots. And so yeah, that's basically it for the voiceover about the video. Now I'm gonna go into a tiny little rant because that is kind of what I've been doing here in my latest videos. I talk about stuff that happened to me during the week. So this week, on Kali's Rants, we have a kind of a weird experience in the tram while I was going home. So I was traveling kind of later, late-ish at night. It was around 8 p.m. or 9 in one of the last trams. I was traveling home, and right around my stop there were these two kids. At least I thought they were kids because they were two guys that looked about 16 or 17. They could have been older, but they looked about 17. That were they were football fans, and you know, the really insane football fans, and they were sticking stickers all over the tram cart, and I found that very annoying just because the tram is new. We changed all of the carts maybe 2 or 3 years ago. They're brand new, everything works, and it is very rare. I live in Bulgaria, so it is rare to see a public transport that is not completely wrecked. So I was really annoyed when I saw that, so I decided to film them. So I kind of hid my phone and pretended I was chatting with someone, and I filmed them sticking the stickers. And mind you not, they stuck like 13 stickers in the same cart around the same area. They were just sticking randomly stickers everywhere, on the ceiling, on the glass windows, on the seats, on below the seats, on the side of the seats, just everywhere around where they were sitting. And there were a lot of people on the tram and a lot of guys that were around them. Now I'm a girl, I'm kind of a short-ish girl, I'm 20 something. I'm not gonna stand up to two guys that are both over 180, and it's just, you know, it's not safe for me. It's dark outside, there's nobody around, it's just not safe for me. I wasn't brave enough to stand up to them. So I was also kind of annoyed by all of the men that were around on the tram who saw what was going on, and when they saw that, they went to the end of the cart and pretended they didn't see anything. We're talking about 30, 40 something old men that were bigger, older, and just stronger than those two boys, and they were more as a count, but they all just ran away. So I decided that the only thing I could do was film those guys, so that's what I did. I filmed the two guys. One of them actually pretended to I don't know, he got close to me so he could see what I was doing on my phone, and I pretended as if I was chatting to my boyfriend. So I was chatting, but in reality I was still recording. So I recorded them sticking the stickers. Then I got home and I asked my dad what I should do in a situation like this. So he told me, like I said, I don't want to post it online, you know, from my account, and he told me it's fine, give it to me, I'll post it. So he posted on this in this Facebook group, and it was basically like seen around Sofia, that's what it's called, and people usually post some pretty pictures of the sunset and whatever, and my dad posted that video there, and basically the group went crazy. And what I didn't expect, because you know, it's normal, people are gonna start just, I don't know, threatening them in the comments or stuff like that, and asking my dad why he didn't stand up to them, and him explaining it was me that was recording. But what I really wasn't expecting was, it turned out that those two football assholes, sorry for the swear, but those two jerks were actually just some weird wannabe Bulgarian rappers that turned out to be as old as I was, even though they looked 10 years younger. And they were kind of famous on Facebook and YouTube, you know, in the community, just in the football community. And they even linked their accounts, they linked their YouTube profiles. It was a mess. It was a real full-on mess. And thankfully my dad disabled the comments. And something that actually came about from the situation was the I don't remember what it was called, but the Administration for All Public Transport contacted my dad and required all of the video materials and pictures, because I did take pictures, and they said they will deal with this. So at least that happened. Hopefully, you know, they don't, because this happened right on my stop. Hopefully they didn't remember when where I lived and when I got off the tram, but you know, I'm just very careful now when I'm coming home late at night. But yeah, so we are all done with this video. Thank you guys for listening to me ramble on, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and all of my other videos. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.